The bigger play. Once again, we appreciate y'all. We showing up in and out every day. We not playing. We want to welcome you to the bigger play where the rubber meets the road and we get straight to it. Boy, we had the last episode, that drizzle talk going nuts. We finna just have a conversation, regularly scheduled programming. We're going to get started. With no further ado, I need to know what y'all doing, what we doing, hashtag what we doing in this situation. We ain't playing no game. Let's get to it.
We went together. We left. I met up with him, and we was chilling, we was drinking or whatever. And I started venting. Like I started getting emotional. One thing led to the next. I did not purposely mean to do what I did with his friend, but things happen. Things happen. Like y'all understand what I'm going through. So his friend ended up giving me some money or whatever. And he was like, babe, look, don't worry about it. Handle whatever you gotta handle. Like, his friend was every single thing I desire in a man. Like, everything I desire in a man. And, ain't nobody trying to hear my side. Ain't nobody trying to hear me out and what I went through. Like, that's not okay. That's not cool. You made a promise to me and you broke that promise. How am I wrong if I told him who I was and he didn't stick to what he agreed to? Like, that's not love. If you love me, you gonna pay them bills. You gonna do what you told me you was gonna do as a man. All boy is a hut. All boy, he get money. He get money. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's just too much. All these, like, everybody coming for me and stuff like that, and it's not okay. It's not okay. It's not.
If I ain't saying one thing, what I did see in this life is manipulation. She got crocodile tears. She finna cry because she said she was out with her husband friend and she didn't mean to do what she did, but the friend was everything that she wanted in a man. And she went and did that with his friend. You sleep with your husband friend. He give you some money like you's a HOE. And you turn around and say, man, you took these vibes. Woo! I'm asking y'all what we doing, but this really, we going what we doing / make it make sense. Let's get in. Let's talk about this. Your trifling wife sleep with your friend, and she mad at me. I'm sorry. And she mad at you because of what she did. Can y'all make that make sense? And what is you doing? Is you whooping on her? We don't recommend that. Is you divorcing her? We highly recommend that. You don't got no time to play with her like that. The Bible talk about Jezebels. You may not believe in that, but if you are what you are, it is in you. And it's double standards to it. You crept out, he gave you some money, and then that supposed to be that man's friend. This is what I never understood. One of my guys called my phone. He say, man, I really feel a way about this young lady. I say, what young lady? He say, one of my guys, I say, listen, man, what type of time is you on? He says, mama say, you only get one chance in life. If you and her feeling, boy, what kind of mama you got? Listen to me, man. Listen to me. A lot of people ain't in agreement with this, but the true ones are. The one of ones are. It's billions of people on the planet. And for your access, I'm going to give you 25 to 50. It's at least 100 million at your disposal. Women to men. You telling me out of the 100 million, you got to go and sleep with your man's wife? What kind of clown? What kind of circus? What kind of flips and aqua? What kind of gym circus do you belong in? All these women in the world. All these women in the United States. All these women in whatever region you're in, all these women in your state, all these women in your city, all these women in your community, all these women in your everyday activities. You telling me that out of all these women, you know exactly who this is, and you can't find nobody else to interact with in that way outside of this woman? That's some self-reflection. That's head to the mirror. That's jump off the building downtown. Bro, knock yourself out, you goofball. You's a goofy. That's it. I'm here to tell you, that's not your lady. Even if, whew, mm, mm, mm. I don't care how much pressure she put on you, goofy. We gonna name this segment, what we doing, getting rid of her. That's what we doing. It's clear what we doing. Make it make sense. You can't do that. And then we're gonna slide the goofy up in there. We're gonna slash goofy. Goofball. Drizzle on you. You know what you will. I'm just getting started. Once this blow up and they don't bother with my algorithm, I'm gonna snap. But right now I gotta be real careful with how I come across. I gotta be careful with my words. I gotta be careful how I approach the people. I gotta be careful because I'm just getting started. So I'm trying to run the numbers up. And in the midst of running the numbers up, I gotta be careful so I don't want to get flagged. I'm over there on the top doing so many numbers and they block me. You go from thousands and thousands and hundreds of thousands a day to down to 30, 40. I get it. Y'all shadow banning me because I'm putting too much content out. I know what I'm coming with. I'm putting it out left and right, left and right, left and right. I'm coming with that content and I ain't playing. That's what I'm on. That's what type of time I'm on. You hear me? I know you don't hear me. Did y'all let the bigger play? I'm sorry. I'm getting outside my body. It's the weekend. I'm feeling good. And I'm sitting here doing what I do on a regular basis. Hilarious. See, I'm getting comfortable with my audience. I'm getting comfortable talking to my people. Okay? I'm getting comfortable back and forth so I can just be chilling the way I'm chilling. We got so much coming up. So thankful. So happy to see the growth, to see the improvement, to see better this, better that. You still a goofy though, okay? So out of all the people in the world, Miss Lady, we gotta address you. We're gonna move the goofballs to the side and being the goof bros in the building. You hear me? The goof bro. I gotta be careful with the algorithm, so I gotta be real strategic how I'm talking. Out of all the men in the world that you gonna cheat with, you gonna cheat with your hubby's friend. And that goofball, out of all the women he can sleep with, gonna sleep with you. Y'all a match made in hell. Y'all can go on here and have that good gracious intimacy together and blow up together. Burn up. Because you're burning. See, I always been a man of integrity. If I slept with your lady, and I didn't know it, and I know she ain't one of mine because I know mine's. It's so many. What I deal with be like light years away from what any other guys. I come from this. I come from, you might have a beautiful wife. If you my man, something about your wife ain't beautiful to me outside of the fact that she beautiful for you. I know that went over your head. But ain't nothing in my system gonna make me want to lay with my brother lady unless something in my system ain't aligning right. Even if he chose wrong, I chose wrong, she chose wrong, it's over with at that point. I had an instance where I met somebody and they was telling me about they had family member that was intimate with another family member and they didn't know it and they had kids. They was like, well, We ain't know all this time my kids healthy. I said, no, your spirit ain't. They said, what we supposed to do? I said, by you acknowledging and understanding that you in the midst of that circus, you supposed to, right there. I don't care how many kids you had. We had 3 kids already, and we never knew. We just finding out that we family, we blood family. Right then and there, when you found out, because you conscious of what's going on, you supposed to react to that. Because you cognizant of what just happened. You fix it. What's wrong with people? You gonna lay with a man's wife and you know that that's your man. That ain't your man. You've been watching him and you've been a dirty scoundrel from day one. Okay, you've been wicked. And the wife he just probably overlooked certain things, but she had elements of surprise in her because it was in her already. And here it is, you got this saying, man, we took vows. See, one thing about vows when you walk down that aisle, you can lie to that, You can lie to, but what you can't lie to is the truth. The truth can't be a lie, and the lie can't be a truth. People manipulate it to try to make it be. No. If your heart wasn't in the right place, you wasn't right in the door. But now if you put your heart in the right place and you took them from the spirit, certain things you can do, certain things you can't do. When you lay like that, you're lucky you don't get hurt. I'll move you around. But the world is a canvas, and people paint their picture every day. And that picture be real detailed. A lot of people can't pay attention to what that picture say. I look at it and I know when that picture telling the truth and when that picture is a lie. Obviously, you don't want to take accountability for doing what you did. Fine. I'm going to take it for you and I'm going to tell you, bye-bye, over with. Okay, I understand the kids and all that good stuff. We own these properties, whatever. Bye-bye. Play if you want. You can play if you want. Because you got to go deal with your Jezebel spirit. I don't. I just have to move along, move forward, stand tall, and get you cleaned up away from me. Man, this segment ain't playing. What we doing? Getting rid of her. Make it make sense. You can't. Goof broad and goof ball. Hopefully they don't mess my algorithm up because it slipped on up out of there. You's a goofy mog and a goofy... How y'all doing out there? Is y'all tapped in with me? Is y'all paying attention? I'm trying to give it to you. I'm excited, I'm balanced, and I'm happy. And once again, I want to welcome you. I want to welcome all y'all to the bigger play. The bigger play is where the rubber meets the road. And we get straight to it. Say no if, as, or buts about it. We sit here and we get straight to it. That's how we moving. Okay? Woo! I gotta go on to the next. I gotta go to the next chapter. I gotta go to the next segment because that's wicked. Now, what I want to know is, she said it, I didn't. Because she just said that and I didn't. But that's to make it make sense. What we doing, goofy mog and goofy you know what. All right? She said it, I didn't.
Should come into your world. You be the man, she comes into your world. Now, your world doesn't have to be 5-star. Even if it's a case of like you can't afford a lot, that's not the problem. But you take her to a coffee shop where you can afford 2 coffees. If you're going for Nando's, you can cover the bill. I always just say, take women into your world. That's the leadership. You're coming into my world now, so do where I would normally go to eat. You're coming where I normally go to eat, where I normally spend my day. If you're going out of your way and you're doing something you wouldn't normally do, you're not compatible. But if you're taking her and doing something that you would normally do, well, even if that's KFC, if that's a shisha or whatever it is, she's coming and seeing into your world. Now, if she fits, perfect. If she doesn't fit, no worries, but it's not yours. Take her into your world. That's what I always say. You hold her hand and you take her into your world. That's my advice if you want to be the leader in the connection.
Don't bring a woman into your world that don't want to be there. And it's real simple. She said it, I didn't. Nowadays, there's so much talk. I can't go to Cheesecake Factory. I can't. Listen to me. Listen. If you got a young lady and she in your presence, and for some reason she fidgety and she don't want to be there, she gotta take me out. We ain't doing nothing. I don't want to spend time. I don't. She want to do everything outside of just get to know you. You get to know her at a nice coffee shop at a nice balance. She don't like you. Get rid of her ASAP. Don't push the line. It don't take $300 tonight. Nice dinner, and you might like to treat yourself. I go out. I love to go out and have a good time and be in a good area and be in a good atmosphere and be in a good vicinity, be in a good vibe. I love it. I like it. Areas, atmosphere, vibe, vicinities, ambiance. I love it for myself. I'll pull up down on Green Street in a minute. You hear me? Rooftop, laid, nice collar shirt on, past. You hear me? Dolo, valet, boom, take the key. I ain't got to pay because I frequent the place. Learn how to do that too. You be a relationship places. You got. Anyway, you bring into your world, that's your world. For some reason, everything is you go out, and regardless of what the waiter do, the waitress do, the hostess do, the person you with got an issue, they the issue. Get rid of them. Don't waste no time with them. She supposed to be able to come into your space and be like, whew, I ain't know it was gonna feel like this. If she don't feel that initially, you got a problem. You got a problem. Now, you got choices. You can facilitate a move to say, all right, let me work on it. Because we good at shifting them. Well, I say we, I'm talking about the very minute, small percentage of us. I'll shift you in a minute. I know you're bougie. I like to break the bougie. I know a lot of people might not know what I'm talking about, but anyway, we're going to leave that alone. You talk to her, get her laughing. You ain't got to put your hands on her. You just talk to her about some things that the typical average man can have a conversation about. If you're an educated man, if you're a world travel man, if you're a nice, well-rounded type of guy with respect and integrity, you're going to get her just like that. You hear me? Just like that don't mean in 2 seconds. Just like that might mean in 2 days. You hear me? 2 days, that's all it takes. 2 conversations. That's all. 2 interactions. Don't take that much. But if she giving you this, I'm bougie, get rid of her. Get rid of her. There's millions of them out here that you got access to, that I got access to. I don't need nothing. Amen. Say, man. You don't want to play, man. Hey now, Satan now. You hear me? You got to get into a position where you able to talk to this young lady, and she's sitting she in your circle. And whatever you doing, she in alignment with it. And now what you can do is move forward accordingly. You can say, man, we got vibes, she got vibes. You gonna know if you got vibes. You met up with some ladies, they look nice. You dress nice, you look nice. You got the nice baccarat on. Yeah. She got that nice on, and y'all connecting, and it's a vibe. And you done met some ladies. Hey, how you doing? Can you meet me here? Yeah, that'd be a nice. And then we force it. Don't force it. Bring her into your world. Let her know how you move. You carrying yourself with respect, discipline, discernment, integrity. Okay? And you going to exude that. You going to walk with that. Confident. You who you are. Whoever that may be. There's somebody out there that's going to tap in with you. Believe me, I know. There's how many people in the world? 7 billion to attest to what I'm talking about. I know that probably went over your head. That just means you don't get 7 billion people with monogamy. And you don't get it with 100% of the men sleeping with 100% of the women that's able to do that. You get it with a small percentage of the men sleeping with all the ladies. I know you don't want to accept that. That's going to be in the next situation that we having from the bigger play. Okay? Episode whatever it's going to be. Because we running the numbers up. We at 16, 17 now. Ooh, boy. I got to calm down because I'm getting excited. Because so much positivity coming and then people starting to tap in with me. So what we're going to do is we're going to get bigger. We're going to get better. We're going to get more fluent. We're going to get cleaner. You hear me? We're going to get cleaner. We be clean. I know you probably don't understand what I'm talking about. You probably think I'm talking about this here. But this here going to get cleaner too. But I'm talking about the camera going to be even a little cleaner. The edit's going to be even a little cleaner. You hear me? The mic's going to be even a little cleaner. Even though we got the roads, we got high tech, we got it what's going on. The atmosphere, we going to get cleaner. But we want to show y'all how you start here and then you work. I told them a while ago, I ain't stopping, I'm going to keep going. And I appreciate you being here while we're addressing the madness. Because that's what we're going to do, address the madness. And we working on that nice calling situation so y'all can call in and holler at me. So we can hold everybody accountable. Okay? We holding the goofballs accountable. We just held a goofball accountable. All these women, you got to sleep with your man, wife. Jump off the cliff. Yeah, bye-bye, bye-bye, bye-bye. And we're going to hold you accountable too. Because you got to sleep. Feel it in your heart. Baby, let me talk to you. I don't know what's come over me. But I think we need to dispose of this relationship because this is what I want to do. And he going to simp out. Not everybody. Some of them going to be waiting on you to leave. They're going to have that boot ready. The Robert Allen boot. They're going to have it ready to kick your ass. Okay, you're going to sit back and say, baby, please don't go. Please don't leave me. Don't leave. I want to work it out. What can I do? You can't do nothing. If your man step out, he can fix that. If she step out, you can't fix it. And don't let nobody tell you no different. Get rid of her. Now, if you love her more than she love you, you're going to simp out and accept it. But see, I'm going to digress because I'm going deep. But what we try to do is bring y'all at least 5 to 10 minutes of conversation about certain things that we paying attention to. And if y'all got certain things that y'all want to see, call-ins coming, email attached, TikTok attached, Facebook attached, Instagram attached, get in tune with me. And we can have a conversation about it. I can watch it, we can watch it together. Okay? I want to thank y'all for being here. We're going to go on into that next chapter because she said it and I didn't. I'm just talking about what she said, all right? Merch coming soon too. Woo! Wait till y'all see that merch. Go check me out. I had the Bigger Play Academy shirt on. It's off the chain. You got to check it out. Them coming soon in every color. Once you put that Bigger Play merchandise on, it's going to change your life. Believe me. Believe me. It's a fly family affair. And it's going to change your life because we fly and we family. All right. Now we're going to work on this next segment. And this next segment, I'm going to need y'all to do me a favor. I need y'all to pay attention to what this young lady is saying. So you got to give credit to what credit is due. And right now, credit is due. So I need you to pay attention with your little ugly.
Time again, we hear men scream that they want peace over and over and over again. We blatantly ignore them and do the opposite. It's just sad that we can't let men be men how they want to be men. How to be men when we ain't never walked a day in the life of a man. It's just, the shit is starting to get to me. We're starting to be the problem. Yeah. I think we have the men beat, ladies. I think we're the problem. I'm sorry. We are. And I'm gonna leave it at that. Roast me in the comments if you want to.
He got to provide peace if he want me to get him peace. He being on peace, so I got to bring on. We have a role to play to make society go the way it needs to go. You feminine, I'm masculine. I bring masculinity, you bring femininity, masculinity, femininity, masculinity, femininity. Easy work. And we come together like this. But the chaos ensues because so many that's masculine is getting shifted to be feminine. So many that's feminine pushing the masculine line like it's all right. So what do you get? You get the results that you see here. When this young lady like this speak on peace, they got a new word out called pick me that they've been hollering for a few years. She's a pick me because she advocating for the man. She said y'all worse than I didn't say that. I ain't said nothing. I'm here relaxing, chillaxing, drillaxing. Like how I do, having a conversation. She said y'all outbeat the men. She talking about with the level of disrespect that's being presented, that's being represented. I'm using my platform just to put things out while we address the things that we are seeing. I ain't create this. I created this. I ain't create all this chaos. I'm just paying attention to it like you. But I'm putting it into perspective, bringing it to the forefront, having a conversation about it. If he come home, what's wrong with just, why are you yelling and screaming? I'm yelling and screaming because I'm turned up. Why you yelling and screaming? Because you upset, because you mad, because you bitter, because your parents didn't do something, so you blaming it. The ex didn't do something, so you giving it to. No. Everybody at fault if you going to take what somebody did to you and put it on this person. You don't do that. When we get in each other presence, it's supposed to be a balance. Peaceful. It's all peaceful. How you doing? Not so good. What? What's the problem? Sometimes they might not even want to, yeah, how you doing? I'm cool, but you can feel the spirit. They not so good, you just boom, touch them, rub them, send them some words of encouragement right then and there where you at. Telepathy. It's all right, baby. Everything gonna work out. Regardless, I'm right here. You got me right here. Slob on the knob if you see it's an algorithm, so I gotta be careful. You know, I'm being real critical of how I approach these podcast topics. Once we get free, we better have the conversation that we need to have. Okay, and that's gonna be a beautiful thing. But you gotta put the work in. I was told by my genius partner. Okay, my genius partner told me, listen, man, if you want to win with whatever you trying to do, you can't run from the work. And he told me it's easy work. You can't run from the work. You got to run towards it. I tell everybody what my genius partner told me, guess what? They run away. They ain't ready for it. Yeah, you got to run towards the work. Stop fronting. Do you love what you're doing? Yes. If the answer is yes, you good. Okay? So bring peace in this here spot, in this here circle, in this here house, in this here establishment, in this here business, in this here school. You hear me? Bring peace to that, and it'll balance itself out. But if you want to act a fool and bring chaos and your perspective and your opinion that's real weak, got no validity, then you in trouble. I know you want to be loud. I know you're loud. You look loud. You feel loud. You ears loud. Your hair loud, your teeth loud. Your lips is loud. But it's the wrong kind of loud. It ain't the loud where you go to Las Vegas and you valet your Bentley. That's a quiet, subtle kind of loud. Because we got receipts. I know y'all probably like, what the? Now I know what to just rock with me. Just rock with me. I'm freestyling. I'm paying attention and I'm freestyling. You understand? We got to pay attention. We got to make it make sense. We got to do what we going to do. We got to listen to she said it, I didn't. And now we got to keep going. It's always going to be that one energy that try to knock you down. And you got to shift that energy to keep going, okay? Y'all right here with me. I'm right here with you. And what we're going to do together is keep going, regardless of what try to attack us, regardless of what mistakes we make, regardless of what lessons need to be learned. I got something for you, okay? Y'all better think about Mr. Child. I know y'all don't know what's going on. This that segment where we talk about keep going, all right? Let's keep going.
Wondering how your mama was always able to buy you school clothes and them new J's. It's a man that dressed just like me that used to come by Friday night before school started on Monday. His name was Mr. Charles. See, Mr. Charles drive an old school 1985 Cutlass. Always smelled like Jupe cologne with a mixture of Newport Short. That man always had a cooler in his trunk with ice in it with 2 bottles of E&J in them. When he came over, you knew what time it was because you would hear the lyrics to Cutie Pie as he would approach your house. That night, your mama would tell you, please don't come out the room past 9 o'clock. She would tell you get as many debit cakes, fruit snacks, lemonade, hot seat punch as much as you want, but don't come out this room. You made fun of all them kids that didn't go to school the first day with new shoes and new clothes, but your mama sacrificed a lot of them morals for them J's. And you wonder why she got bad knees at her old age right now. So before you go talking to everybody about what you had when you was young, remember Mr. Charles took care of you. In Houston, Mr. Charles is always either on the south side or in Dallas, he used to be at the Clip Club. That man that had a gold tooth for 20 years. And he would always be hanging out with his boys at that parking lot in 3rd Ward. You better thank Mr. Charles.
Mr. Charles is your father, your uncle, your cousin, your brother, your child. Okay? He painted a picture of Mr. Charles, but Mr. Charles is basically the guy that had people depending on him, regardless of how he looked. He might have had his own style. Everybody ain't gonna look like, everybody ain't gonna appear like, everybody ain't gonna present themselves like how you may think they supposed to. Somebody might be like, man, why he dressing so old? He young. Why he dressing so young? He old. Why ain't hip with the style? Everybody always gonna judge you. But what was he doing? Hey, Miss Johnson, I admire you. Boom! Working hard, breaking off. Hey, Miss Smith, how you doing? Boom! Breaking off. Yeah. Hey, Miss Nancy. Mr. Charles pulling up. Funny looking car. Older guy. But here it is. He always in position to help. How you look down on somebody like that? That kept going. That keep it moving regardless. People laugh at him, but they still figure out a way to make it happen. People down him. Still figure out a way to make it happen. Sometimes you're gonna be in a position where you are in a place of need, but you ain't gonna be able to find nobody to help you. But low key, it's the Mr. You know who there that's able and willing. But you might not even get that. You might just be super unlucky to the point where you feel like and you understand that your luck ain't somebody coming to bail you out. Your luck is learning from the point where you at to get to the point where you ain't at. Okay? You down here. And it's just your luck everything going wrong. And you might lose everything. But one day, you're going to be able to look back. Why give up today when tomorrow is the day you're going to win? Yeah, you're going to look back and say, wow, I'm here now. Trouble don't last always. You got to keep going. Yeah, I'm cool, calm, and collected right now because we just had a beautiful segment. We just had a real nice episode, okay? And I want to let y'all know that you always have to keep going. I'm going to encourage somebody today. You know when you go to the church and they tell you to look over at your neighbor and say, neighbor. And you just look at your neighbor and whatever the pastor finna tell you to say, you say it. You hear me? That's what today is. Look over at your neighbor and tell them, neighbor, don't give up. Keep going. Neighbor, don't give up. The bigger play said keep going.
Pastors lying to the public, they ain't got the truth in them. Lights out, gas off, boot listed city pimping. Blocks on fire cause the homeowners broke as fuck. Taxes up, water bill higher than a Civic truck. It's a bigger play, a bigger play. Death before dishonor is the only way. Yeah, I tried to follow but they led astray. Sorry but not sorry, can't trust what